Have a great day. What's about that?
Get the vaccine or which vaccine?
Hey guys, Pastor Mark Reacts has come into my office, and just so you know, I don't know any of these videos beforehand. We have someone that plans all this and then shows them to me, and I'm reacting in the moment, hence the react, idea. I don't plan anything. I just kind of react the best I can from a biblical Christian worldview, and hopefully it's helpful to you. Now we're going to watch a TikTok video that has gone super viral, some about vaccines. Let's take a look.
Have a great day. What's about that?
Get the vaccine or which vaccine?
Neither.
A little dramatic, but all right.
Why is that?
Love you too, man.
Love you. Much love.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Something like this.
Come for a hug. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Much love, man.
You're so sweet.
Thanks so much.
I love you.
Have an amazing
It's interesting because like a video like this, I think it's got like 10 million views or something on TikTok, and it's like the most like simplistic form of communication in a time of complexity. Someone just saying something as kind as this, and kind of like we just did a sermon series at our church, 9 Keys of Happiness, and walking through the fruit of the Spirit, which is this biblical teaching on the things that the Holy Spirit develops in your life, and 2 of them are kindness and goodness. And we talked about how like in a culture like ours in this moment, as divided as we are, as ideological as we are, kindness and goodness is so massively needed. Like we tend to, right now we're so jacked up, and it might be because we're in our houses and we're getting fed so much information and we're frustrated. We get dogmatic about our ideas and our worldviews, and then every event and everything that happens has to fit into that. And so the most random things like, well, that's what this is. And then other people are like, well, that's not what this is. Then everyone's fighting. It's specifically, obviously, about the vaccines right now. People are so divided. Families are being divided. Relationships are being divided. People will, they're not allowed to do certain things, but they're allowed to do other things. And there's views on all of this of what is right and what is wrong, and public health and my own body, and all of that gets so wrapped up that we end up, dividing down all of these ideological lines. Here's someone in the midst of all of that just going, look, whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated doesn't change how much I love you. And that needs to be the posture, obviously, of what we're going through right now, because it's a posture of unity that brings together what you believe about a certain thing isn't going to define whether I love you. And of course, it's beautiful. It's beautiful on a human level, because I think that's how humans should be functioning, but it's also beautiful on the gospel level, because Jesus he talked about the idea it's easy to love people, even the Gentiles, he says, love people who are super easy to love, who already think like you, talk like you, dress like you, vote like you, look like you. It's how do you actually reach across the aisle and go, man, I might have different ideas than you, and we shouldn't lose that. The essence of debate, the essence of digging into something in order to find the actual truth to something is beautiful. We should do it with passion. But at the end of the day, we do it with love, and we don't create I'm gonna love you based on whether you believe this or did this with your body or not. It's a great reminder to us to have that many views on something so simple, that kindness and goodness in a culture like ours is so needed, and people will actually be healed through kindness and goodness, not necessarily through your great and pithy ideas, not because you have great knowledge or you can argue them into something. It's actually far deeper than that. There's a heart component to this thing, a kindness component to this thing that God can use to draw people to himself. And hopefully, if you're watching this right now and you're living in a scenario, as a pastor, I talk to people and they're living in scenarios where their families are divided and their friendships are divided, and they're talking about how, they don't know how to heal it. It's like, this is a good little image of like maybe what Jesus is calling you to be able to go, look, I'm not going to judge you based on this. There's a kindness, there's a goodness here that's very Christ-like and very beautiful. All right, guys, hopefully that video was helpful to you. Make sure that you let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want me to react to, and I will do my best. Hopefully you guys are doing well.